because you're actually on our tablet today and not the phones.
Different. It looks like a huge screen for us rather than
It
a
does.
phone.
It really does. It's quite strange.
And I look really like rosy in the cheeks. I do. So, how are you guys? Let us know. Want to hear from you in the comments. You know, write as many comments as you can. That'll be good.
Yeah, it'd be quite cool.
I'm just going to wait for a couple of people to come into the room, and then we'll give you some updates on what's going on.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to all the fathers that act like mothers out there. And happy Mother's Day to all those that are not with us.
You wanted to dedicate this to Happy Mother's Day.
Exactly.
I don't know why I got the happy in there.
Happy.
Happy Mother's Day, right? So, should we do the... So, car-wise, updates are this month we've purchased again. And
Chloe's purchased
been
again.
working on an old Austin Montego.
Hang on. I'm just going to click on that so we can then see chat. There you go.
Yeah.
Now we can see chat come up on the screen as well.
I can't see my head, which is just as well, I suppose. Peggy's going to see your chats down here. So if you see Peggy look down, that's Peggy looking at chats.
I'm looking at chats. So you can say hi.
Yeah, so car-wise, been doing the Austin Montego, or very end classics as we've been funding.
Come on, we got 5 people watching. Come and say hello.
I've been digging the allotment.
Yeah, Chloe has been digging the allotment.
Got on with the allotment. Need to know the best way to chip potatoes.
By cutting them and
No, I don't need to cut these ones. No, not. I'm leaving.
Hey, David!
I'm coming back. Right. Hi, David. The silent minority is silent tonight. David's not here.
No, he's not.
No,
He's
David.
not been well, so
I can't poke
he's
him.
slowly
He's
getting
not
better.
there.
So get well soon, David.
Yeah, so I've been doing the car, doing the allotment,
I've been doing a new job.
doing a... Yes, you tell people about your new job. I'll let a dog in.
Okay, so this week I've done my first week. So on International Women's Day, I actually started a new job with NHS Bristol for the e-rostering admin. So I am doing the electronic rostering, slowly concentrating on the mass vaccinations at the moment. But then when that's over, which it probably won't be over, I will be then going into the main e-rostering team. Hello, Froggy. Good evening. How are you?
Say hello, Jack. Come over here.
Oh, excuse me a minute. I had a drink before we came live. A fizzy drink.
The
And
boss
it
is looking at
repeated.
you. Not very
You're looking-
professional. You're not very professional.
Jack, do I get a high five? High five? High five? High five? Yay!
Good boy. Now I'm going to get covered.
I'm good. How's you? We're good, thank you. Just saying, I started a new job last week. What'd you drink? It was actually just fizzy
Can't
orange.
Sit on me. Come
Diet
on, over here.
orange
Over here.
fizzy tango fake. So yeah. But yeah, we're good. We're good, thank you. We are good. So yeah, I started a new job. I've now also got a walking partner.
Come on,
And I don't mean the four-legged friend.
over here.
I've got a friend called Tracy who's going to be walking with me. Hang on, I'm going to sit up. She's going to be walking with me for the Minehead to Dawlish over 2 days. Beers, rum and join it. Please do open the rum.
You like rum?
I do like rum.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Never seen you drink rum. Up. Come up. I know you want to be
Chloe.
involved.
Bacardi is rum.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
You
know
can tell. You can tell who the drinkers are out of this.
I know
All
absolute-
Chloe drinks is cider.
Well, one particular
One.
cider. That's
Hello,
it.
Steve. Mwah. Hello, Julie. Missing Top Gear to be with you. You could have it on the another screen. We do let you off.
That's really nice. You know, since the famous Free left, I've never seen an episode of Top Gear. We watched the Grand Tour on Amazon with the other three, but no, we never ever watched. Well, tell a lie. I watched about 20 minutes of when that guy from Friends did it,
Oh, the guy who played Joey.
Yeah. And decided he was doing my head in, and I never watched another one since. So if you think
You
I
can
should
crack
watch
open the
it...
cider if you want.
No, I'm not thirsty.
Sorry,
Come
Froggy, I was trying to get her to join
Come
you.
here. Come here. Stop growling at me.
It's because we're talking and not paying him the most attention. Yeah, if we were sat here watching a film, you'd be go to sleep, no problem.
Yeah, you go and lie down, wouldn't you? Because we're
After
talking.
the Holy Trinity left Top Gear, I watched one episode and none since. Just doesn't have the same chemistry anymore. It doesn't. You're right, Froggy. It really doesn't.
No. And there's better things out there. I mean, if you've seen it, is it Amazon? No, it's Netflix. Rust Valley.
Oh, I love Rust Valley.
If you've not seen it, you want to get
Put your
onto
hair back.
Netflix and watch Rust Valley. That is really, really good. Lovely banter, crazy guy, crazy friends. That always helps. Yeah, really thoroughly enjoyed Rust Valley. I've added them on Facebook now.
Yeah, I follow them on Facebook.
It's mostly people saying...
It's more the fans.
It's more the fans. Occasionally they post, but I think they keep it very quiet.
So what else has been happening, or what's going to happen? By next week, I'm starting to tackle Faith, our old motorhome.
Oh yeah.
I just wish Grand Tour would bring out more episodes. I think they actually finished.
Yeah, I don't want to like dampen your spirits, but I think...
I've got a feeling they have finished. I'm sure the last one, that's why they did it the way it was, the farewell tour.
It's the farewell tour. I think it's called... It's the thing at the end of the day. They may do...
Hello, Van
They may
Staffy.
do... They may do something like a special, but there won't be no more Grand Tours.
No.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think they're all that healthy, and they're so loaded in that they're just going to get on and do their own things now.
Well, yeah, well, come off it. Jerry Clarkson.
That wasn't me.
No, that's definitely a vehicle. We've got the window open next to us, so you can hear it more. They're only doing specials now, yeah.
Yeah, only doing specials.
So, as I was saying, what we've got planned coming up. So, I've got a walking partner called Tracy, and we are going to be doing some practice walks. And then in July, I am doing with Tracy the Southwest Coast to Coast Challenge, which is walking from Minehead to Dawlish over 2 days across the moors, and we're doing that in aid of Alzheimer's. So I will
Film it?
Yes, and the next few weeks I'll start putting some of our practice walks on and the links to those, because next weekend on Saturday I'm going for a practice walk with Tracy, obviously still distanced.
You're allowed to meet one person else.
We are allowed to meet one person, but we'll be socially distanced, and we're going to go for that walk, and I'm going to take her back to the Ardington Locks, which was the abandoned locks that we filmed over a year ago. No, just under a year ago actually. July, wasn't it? I think it was July time, because we went with Connor, so it was about July time, and then we went to that, and we're going to go back, so she gets to see them as well, and so we are going to film that. And on Sunday, I am going to start to tackle Faith, our old motorhome. So I've got to rip out all her innards and do a rebuild. And again, take you with us.
How she is at the moment, because we moved out of Faith last March.
Yes.
It's been a year ago.
Been a year now.
We moved out of Faith a year ago.
And we moved into Bess.
She was sat, and I managed to get her through the MOT literally a week before Peggy's Kennet and Avon challenge last year. Peggy's walk. Yeah, we did. And we got her through the MOT, and she leaked in the roof one night when we was away, but it was a small leak. I'd done a lot of sealing and so on. Yeah, we struggled.
Right, hang on before you go. So Van Staffy says be back in a bit, so see you in a bit. Froggery says nice. Hi Jenny, thank you, happy Mother's Day to you.
Jack says hello.
Froggy went on and also says we'll be able to go and have a Wendy burger meet soon. Oh yes.
Where is Wendy's?
Reading.
Oh, right.
Most definitely.
Okay.
And David from DD the Sprinter Van, evening.
Evening.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll do a tour of Faith as she is at the minute.
Yeah.
She didn't fare the winter.
No, she didn't fare it very well.
She didn't fare well. Outside, she's gone completely green.
But that's because where she's been stood.
You know when you stand a vehicle,
Like a caravan normally does. You know how it goes green?
she's
Yeah,
gone
she's
really
gone green.
really badly green, which makes it look worse. But when you open the door, the smell hits you.
The damp, yeah.
Or the roof. I think the roof's split down the middle. I honestly, yeah, we do. I think the roof's split down the middle. So we're lucky that we didn't try and overwinter in her.
This year.
Jack's coming up.
If-
You sat on my foot. Right, thank you. Yeah, I think her roof split.
Turn around.
But there's
Let's see,
water
let's see.
sitting on the roof.
Turn around.
You ain't gonna turn around, are you?
Turn around.
You're just gonna stay with us.
No, I don't
So
want...
yeah, I've got to get up on the roof.
That's
Peggy's
it.
going to do a tour next week to show you what's in Faith at the moment and how it's all coming out. 'Cause
Yeah.
the interior of Faith is going to be completely turned around.
I'm completely changing the...
And Peggy's doing this project.
when this weather stops being garbage, I'm getting the welding done on the van and MOTing it, hoping to get it back on the road for when travel restrictions end. Yeah, it'd be nice, Froggy. And if you need...
You might want to do a collab with us because don't you live not far from that castle that Simon used to live near? Where we went, right at the top.
Wales.
Hey? Yeah, in
Wales.
Wales, yeah.
Morlaix Castle.
Morlaix Castle.
Yes, Jenny, there's Jackie boy.
I wouldn't mind going back to Morlaix Castle. It was before we did the channel and we didn't
We didn't really we didn't film it.
we didn't film it, and it was
Took a few photos.
it was an epic journey, and it was a really good landscape around there as well.
Say hello. Look over. There's the way. Okay, that's it. Not on me. Sit.
Sat on my
Sit.
foot.
Yeah, well, sit. Head up. People like to say hello. Not look at me. Thank you.
You're so distracted.
You wouldn't think we took him for a nice little stroll earlier.
Yes, Jenny.
How
Hold
do you
your head
spell
up.
that castle name? Morlais. So,
And an E on the end of it.
no, I'll spell it on here for you.
Yeah, Peggy put it on there. Wonderful technology. They start back at work on the 25th of June. That's quite a long way away.
Yeah, that's quite a bit far, isn't
How
it?
come they've given a date but that far away? I mean, if you can't write it on there, don't worry.
Yeah,
you can
that's-
always message me. I can't see the screen now.
That's where I've just put Morlaix Castle.
Right. See how far you are away from that, Froggy. I'm definitely thinking that's a day we go back. Ah, yes,
Got it.
got it. That's 12.
12 miles away. There you go.
It's a lot more than that for us.
It's quite nice, actually. Actually, don't Wales have some of theirs? Sit down, Jack.
Come over here. Come and have a biscuit.
Go sit down.
Come and have some biscuits.
Don't Wales now have some of the restrictions lifted? Because where I work in Bristol, there's one of the ladies that works in our office and she lives in Wales, and I'm sure that some of her restrictions are lifted more than what they are here. Don't put it next to the fire.
He's alright.
He's not alright, he's trying to get it.
I've got him a shoe now.
Some people don't think, do they? Because the biscuit's moving closer and closer to the fire, poor dog's going to burn himself. Never mind.
You're going to have to tell him how long you've got to do Faith.
I need Faith ready for May. The middle
Where
of
are we
May.
now? 14th of March today.
So it's
She
probably about
isn't
2
starting until
months.
next Sunday, which is what, the
21st.
21st of March. You got 6 weeks.
I'll do it.
She got 6 weeks
Right.
to do Faith.
Froggy says we're allowed 4 people from 2 households to meet outside, but still 5-mile radius travel only, unless of course it's essential for work or stuff.
It won't be till probably June. We're aiming for June, if that's
Steve
alright.
says yes, boss.
That's possible. What? 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6
She
weeks
does
is
have
plenty.
6 weeks. We are booked.
We are booked to go away
There's enough wood
to
behind me.
Devon, and I have to have her ready. Not necessarily. Do I
We're
need to
booked
get the
go to
cooker?
Devon. I need a holiday.
Do I need to get the cooker in there? Because if you do, you need to get the cooker for
I
me.
can go and get the cooker. That's fine.
Because the cooker's somewhere else.
Yeah, we're not keen. I took the cooker out of there, the one that
Yeah.
Peggy famously burnt her eyebrows on.
Because the grill was here, this level, and just went straight into my face.
You have a message or
but yes.
something out for sure.
Yeah,
I
we
think-
will.
We'll keep an eye on the restrictions. We'll keep an eye on Peggy's progress on Faith. And all going well,
Should be ready.
we're in for May.
Mhm.
June.
June.
Yeah. So that's
Because at least then in June, because it's meant to end.
That'd be great.
21st of June, isn't it? It's by the 21st of June, which is obviously the summer solstice. So that'd be quite
I really
nice.
look forward to that. So it'll be Morley Castle, Wales.
Morley, yeah.
Morley. So we got.
I'll try and make sure I work home from that day then, so we can leave early. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's a long way off.
The job that I've just started, I'm going to be doing 3 days working from home and 2 days working in Bristol. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, can do a little castle camp tour if you want. Yeah, sounds quite cool. Does sound quite good.
Can't get near it in the camper though.
No, you got to walk up. Parking. We parked on a little side bit and walked up.
Yeah, I don't think we parked where it was meant to. We'll have a look. We've got plenty of time to plan that. Anyway, you're boring other people.
That's true.
So Peggy's got 6 weeks to sort Faith out.
As well as start my practice walks ready for and training.
I don't think she got enough time.
I think I have.
She thinks she has. I don't think she has.
There's about a dozen castles with half an hour of where I live. So plenty to see.
Right,
we
that's
do
good.
like a good castle.
Yeah, we do like a good castle. So, and we'll take
And
all of you
chapels.
guys with us.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about. Virtual Renovations is about the old cranky cars.
Old vehicles. Anything retro.
Anything retro. And
Oh,
believe me, the workshop's absolutely filling up with retro
You
stuff.
should see it. And we also what we enjoy, and we enjoy walking. I do. Castles, exploring,
Yes.
canals.
Definitely.
So that's why we take you along with us. And if you don't like the video, just don't watch it. If it's not something you're interested in. Sorry. If it's not something you're interested in, just don't watch that one. Watch the next one when it's to do with another vehicle. If you like those ones, then put your thumbs up.
The vehicle videos get a lot more views than the travel ones. It's ironic because the travel ones are harder to make, take longer to make. But that's what it's about. So, yeah. And you're going to do some cooking ones again.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start doing some more cooking ones, I think.
Put down below.
Because I am veggie, so it's
down
nice
below
to
in the
do.
comments what ones you like.
Yeah.
Just give us an
Yeah.
idea now.
Right, yeah, tell us what your favourite style of video is. Whether it's the vehicle ones, the touring ones, yeah. We are hoping to do a few interview style ones soon as well. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
You let on to me.
You're the person who actually emailed them first.
Yeah, I just wanted to see your face. If we pull
She
that-
messaged someone.
Yeah,
They've not read it. So I've now messaged and emailed because I know the email address.
Yeah, if we could pull that off, that'd be really good for you lot.
I
Yeah.
like all sorts, to be honest. Sometimes some van channels get very samey, so it's nice to have some variety, in my opinion. That's from Froggy. And
Thank you,
Steve
Froggy.
Steve says, like all of them.
That's
Thank you,
because Peggy's in it.
Steve. I am not in all of them.
No, you're not all in. Oh, well, I've shot myself in the foot there.
Yeah, you did. I'm not in all of them.
No, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're in all of them.
Oh, well, the intro.
Yeah, you're in the
And the
intro.
outro.
You're in the intro and the
But I'm not
outro.
actually in that video.
Oh, dear. We need a new intro as well.
I need to do a new intro and a new outro.
Yeah, so we're and that takes time.
That does, because I have
Yeah.
to snip it.
So it won't
bits
be
out.
till May because you can't do the van.
I do the van first, I think, and then do the new intro and outro.
So if you like Austin Montegos, give us a thumbs up because we got one coming.
If you remember from our old intro, there used to be the red light of the dash from the Monty,
Yeah,
and
our original intro.
yeah, and that was Monty the Montego, and yeah, we've got him back.
We've brought him back.
He's not here yet.
It's poor
He's actually in the mechanics because we had him picked up and dropped off straight to the mechanics so we can get him actually on the road.
cam out and all that technical business.
Because where Chloe's really good with the bodywork, she's rubbish with the mechanics.
I just
Sort
don't
of.
like doing it.
Sort of. Yeah,
Stressful.
She don't like doing them.
Taking the blooming Rover 100 apart is stressful. And that's breaking the damn thing.
Yeah, you are breaking that one.
Yeah, stressful. Yeah, in other news, How long do you think it would take to purchase the stock from a small garage warehouse
I did Rascal parts.
that did rascal parts, and you think, yeah, we'll fit that in the garage? How many weekends' work do you think it's taken us to empty? I haven't lost 5 weekends. This is the wrong wording. It's taken 5 weekends to move all the stock. So, if you're, I don't put everything on YouTube. If you're on our Instagram,
You would see some of the photos on
or if
there.
you're on our Facebook
Paul's
page,
Crazy Life. Hello, Paul.
I hope your life isn't that too crazy today, Paul. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. We're crazy, so you're welcome. That fits. Yeah, so it took 5 weekends to empty a small warehouse into one of our garages where the midget is.
Yeah.
Which ironically is the video's done really well for, and I need to get on with, but I can't get on with it now because it's buried.
The midget is now completely buried under Rascal stairs.
So as I was saying, if you'll follow us on Instagram, I put a lot of I try to split them up. So
We tried
Facebook
to.
matches our personal ones.
Yeah.
Instagram is more for the retro side of it, so I don't really
So things
film
like retro toy cars and retro bikes and stuff like that. So Chloe posts a lot of things like that.
the
on
bikes, the books, the models, all that sort of thing doesn't make it to the channel. So they're Instagram things. And they've got a few followers on Insta. So if you like to see what I buy and sell as the retro side of it, go and
Check
have a
out
look at the Instagram.
Which is just retro
It
Renovations.
wouldn't work as a video.
No, it wouldn't. You'd probably be bored.
And I did say to my mum today, Happy Mother's Day. But if you don't see me again,
She's buried underneath all the spares of the Rascals.
it
It's all collapsed onto her.
it does mean there's an avalanche in the garage.
Hoarders. If you know hoarders, how they stack everything up, yeah, that's our garage at the moment.
I asked David if he could help me on Sunday because Peggy was busy in the
I was at the radio station recording a show.
And she was a little bit laid back, and it didn't matter because I just asked David if he could help me. Hello David, thank you for helping me. And when David did finally come out of the van with the last 2 boxes, and I just looked at him and went, I won't say this very often, I'm not going to get them in the garage. I had to take all the stuff out and just slot it into little gaps.
Chloe,
Has the
how's your
mum
mum?
changed the name of her channel?
Yes,
Does she?
yes. I know that because I did it for her.
Oh, you announce it then.
It's Puff of Smoke Studios.
What was it before her name?
Be Operanto
Puff of Smoke
Studios.
Studios. You've heard
It's
it
to
here
go.
first.
It's to go with her website, which is www.pufforsmokestudios.com, because I helped to set that up too.
Froggy.
You
you're
need to
so
buy a
right.
bigger land plot to keep all your stuff. Yes.
Right, a bit personal, but yeah, I'll let you know. 2018. Am I right now? No, we're in 2021.
We're in 2021. Ah,
I've lost a year. 2019, I needed to finalise and pay off some debts. I'd stupidly bought an Alpha, and I still owed some money on that. I had a couple other bits when we finished the house and what have you. And when did we leave the house? 2019?
2018.
I get all these years of flying by. I'm losing all my years.
We gave up the house August 2018.
Right. So I needed to settle. That was right. A year. 19. So yeah, it's right in my head. Yeah. So I needed to pay off a few debts, pay off the Alpha and stuff. So that's 19 out the way. And 2020 was going to be my land saving plot year. And then there was a pandemic. Which, alright, we both worked all the way through it. Bit stressful, no holidays, like things to look forward to. So I used...
Say no holidays as well. I suppose it wasn't actually a holiday.
You got your walk in.
Exactly.
Just about. It was
I
about,
got it in
well,
August.
2 weeks before. I thought that wasn't going to go ahead.
Yeah, that's true.
So 2020, I did save, but I ended up buying about 5... Yeah, I think it's 5 more vehicles. 4.
2 vans, 2 MGs, a
No,
Triumph.
the van was this year. So I mean, it gets confusing.
No,
We bought-
the little vans are for last year.
Oh yeah.
So 2 vans,
Two
2
vans.
MGs,
2 MGs.
Triumph.
1300.
Yeah. That was it.
When did we buy blue the year before? Yeah.
Yeah.
And lots of other bits.
Because yeah.
So yeah, we bought 5 vehicles last year. So that's where the money went. And then this year, I said to Peggy, right from the beginning of this year, I'm really going to focus on the retro stuff, because I was doing a lot of that last year, but this year more than ever, I'm going to focus on the retro stuff, which is the models and the books and that I do. If you'll, like I said, go on Insta, you'll see it. And all the profits from that get banked this year, and all the profits from that dabbling are going to the land fund. We're looking to save up and buy a barn, and we want some kind of living museum stroke small holding, because I wouldn't mind a bit of land around it to do stuff, but yeah, we want kind of a living museum. So we're looking for about 2 acres with a barn in the southwest of England. So being a lot of people go to Portugal, they go to like all these the Eastern Bloc and stuff. Fair play, you get a lot of land for a good price, but we want it in the southwest of England, so we've got to save and we've got to work hard. Eventually the wages will as well, but at the moment the wages are still going into the vehicles.
Yeah.
So yeah, the vehicles, I want by the end of the year, I want most of the vehicles roadworthy on the road to use, basically. That's what they're there for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you sharing?
The actual website address.
Okay.
Froggy, yeah, won't get a very big plot of land if you keep buying vehicles and a lifetime supply of parts, lol.
The good thing with them parts was the 2 Bedford Rascals that I've got. Well, they're not 2 Bedford. I've got
One's
a
a
Bedford,
Bedford
Rascal,
Rascal and one's
which is the
a-
camper. One's a late Suzuki Super Carry.
Yeah.
So I need to pull out one of each part for both models. So basically 2 of everything, but obviously one for the old one for the new stock, because they are slightly different in age and connections. Once I've pulled out one of everything, and some things I may have 4 of, some things I may have 18 of, all the rest is going on good old eBay, and that will go back into the land fund.
It will.
So the car parts are doing good, and I've shifted an awful lot of mini parts the last
Yeah, you have.
few months. I had a lot of classic mini parts, and I've been slowly getting rid of them
Because they don't fit the mini we got.
so the land fund's doing all right.
Because things like the fuel tank and stuff wouldn't fit the estate that we've got. It would have fit the saloon.
Yeah, I don't really need to keep much for the club and estate. I've kept really negligible stuff. I've kept for our club and estate. I've kept the
That's
front
for Olive.
bumper, because you can't get the front bumpers anymore. Club and estate bumpers don't exist. So I've kept the club and estate front bumper. I've literally sold everything else.
Yeah.
And then our tank split.
But the tank we had didn't fit it.
So I know I need a new tank for the club and estate.
So what have you guys been up to? Let us know.
I want to
Obviously.
hear from you in the comments.
Yeah, please do.
Are you furloughed? Are you working? Have you booked a holiday? So a lot of people saying they've booked holidays.
Yeah, a lot of people. There's been a big rush, isn't there, for abroad as well. But now they're not. They're now debating whether you need to have proof that you've had a vaccination for you to travel, which is a bit. It's silly.
I've had one.
I got my first one on Friday.
I think he's got a first on a Friday. So
At Ashton Gate, so I've got to go to Bristol. But I'll be in Bristol anyway working.
don't say it like that.
In Bristol.
Brizzle.
In
In
Bristol.
the Brizzle.
Go in Bristol.
That's where the van lifers are.
But you know what? Where I go, I haven't seen any.
No, you
You got to go at the other end, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I want to hear from you. Yeah, so Friday we're
David,
gonna
I'm
join-
furloughed for now. Back to work in 2 weeks. Been ill recently and had my COVID jab too. Paul's crazy life. My Ford C-Max is in limp mode, lol. Oh dear.
That's because it's a Ford.
Yeah.
Fix or repair
Daily. Wiltshire man, hello Sandy!
Hi,
I
Sandy.
missed you! I know last week I was in Stanton Woods and I missed you. I said hello to my mother-in-law, said goodbye to my mother-in-law, she walked round the corner and bumped straight into you and I was going the other way. I missed you.
And we watched you
We just watched your
just
video as
before
well.
we went live on your video today.
Hello you two, been around Stanton Park for a walk today and was there last week too. I know you missed you. Met up with Chloe's mum and dad. You did.
And I thought of you today because I didn't go into Stanton
And-
Park, but I took the Morris Minor out for a run today.
Yeah, we did.
And I wanted to drop some flowers and that and a bag of wood up to my mum. So I drove the Morris Minor up there today, and I did drive past the car park to the woods, but we got to drive in a different way. She lives
Yeah.
kind of
Right
in,
at the back
in
of
the
the
woods, but you got to drive around by the Creme to get in there. So I did think of you today, and I looked.
Trev's travels by narrowboat. Sat on my boat watching you guys.
Oh,
Oh, that's so good.
Thanks, Trev.
Because
I'm actually quite jealous.
where, which canal?
Yeah, what canal are you on?
Yeah, what canal? Future
We look
walks.
like we're in an narrowboat.
Future walks
we?
for me.
We look like we're
Well,
in an narrowboat.
Sandy
but
says,
we're
me
not.
and Mandy went looking for you. Yes, I know you missed us. I'm sure we'll meet up soon. I know. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law's now met you. Chloe's met you. I haven't.
We need to do a collab.
And the only thing is, I do go past your house because we did watch one of your videos where Carmen
I know where
ran
everybody
off.
lives.
Yeah, where she ran off and ran back home, and we watched it where you came in, and we was like, oh, I know where that is.
I do a job. I do a certain job where I know everybody where everybody lives.
So yeah, and I used to walk a dog. There was just off the road from you. I won't say the roads because otherwise other people will know. Hush, Jack.
Let me let him out.
Yeah. You know the main road that yours road comes off of? Well, there's a bungalow there that I used to go to, and I used to walk their dog for them. So yeah, I know exactly where you are. Trev is at rugby on the Oxford Canal. Not done the Oxford Canal yet, so that's one for us to do.
That's the top end. You're at the top end of the Oxford Canal. That's the narrow canal. What they call the narrow
Yeah,
canal.
it's quite narrow. I've walked the K&A,
I've seen lots of videos of the
and
Oxford
I've
Canal.
been
It's
told
ever so
K&A
narrow.
is quite wide compared to other canals.
The Oxford Canal's
Sandy
narrow.
says when lockdown is over, you can knock on the door. I will.
When lockdown
will.
finishes, Sandy, we need to arrange to meet up somewhere and we'll go and explore something.
And Tomo says I have my second COVID injection on the 22nd of March.
You beat me.
Ooh.
I got my second one on the 14th of April. And I keep saying that, and you guys now know when it is. 14th of April, so I don't forget.
I've got my first one this Friday coming, and
You don't know what you're having.
I don't know which one yet. And I've got my second one already booked for Friday the 4th of June.
That's alright, it's the seagulls. We've got seagulls here, they're going mad. We don't
That's
own
what
the
Jack barks
seagulls.
Jack does bark at the birds as well.
People who've had the Pfizer one, I don't want to touch on it too much, but people who've
Pfizer
had
and
the
Oxford,
Pfizer
yeah.
one, you just get a dead arm, like a real dead arm. People who've had the Astra one, they kind of get flu-y symptoms, don't they?
I've spoken to my mum today to wish her a happy Mother's Day, and she said that she had the Oxford one and my dad had the Pfizer one, and they've both been fine. One of my aunties had the Oxford one, and she's actually come up in a lump on her neck. So I don't know. It's quite weird. Okay, Trev's narrow canal because the locks are narrow, not the width of a canal to per se. Oh, okay, yeah. So you can only fit one boat in the lock at a time.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. Whereas obviously on the K&A, most of those, I say most, they are width of 2.
Trevor, if you could write down one piece of advice for me trying to persuade Peggy that we should be living on a narrowboat, what would you
I've already
write?
got one.
You got a narrowboat? Well, you haven't told me.
No. One piece of advice.
See, you bought a
You
narrowboat,
ready?
you haven't told me.
You ready?
Go on.
We're upsizing.
Well, I've been telling you that all along.
We live in a van.
I mean, we only want, we'll say about 38 foot of narrowboat, 7 foot by 38 foot. This is 7 foot by probably 18.
Froggy, all I've done lately is drive myself insane trying to learn hydro dipping.
Well, yeah, fair play to you. I saw the photo, and
Thanks, Trev.
it's something I've never it's something I've never tried. I would like to see if you could do a video just showing the process. That'd
Trev
be
just
really
says do it.
interesting.
The only
That
problem
doesn't persuade a Trev.
the only problem we've got is all our classic vehicles. That's my concern, and that's one of the reasons why I won't go on a narrowboat until we know we've got somewhere very secure as possible for our classic vehicles.
So the big saving is on to buy the barn, to put all the vehicles in one place, and then hopefully I can go and live on a narrowboat and cruise up the Oxford.
Froggy says, I'm having one last shot at doing my stock this week. We'll video the process this time, and fingers crossed get it right, haha.
Right or wrong, please do film it. I'm actually genuinely interested to see the process, to see how it works. There's so many things. We never get time in this lifetime to try it. There's so many things.
Canal Life is living on the longest village in the world. Yeah, I can...
On the world, yeah, because I drove through Brinkworth the other day, and that's the longest village in the UK. And it's long. You get in Brinkworth, and what makes it long is...
Trev, have you actually done the K9?
It's a 30-mile-an-hour limit.
That's a question, personal question. Have you ever done the K9?
Yeah, Peggy loves the K9.
Well, yeah, I've walked it.
We haven't put that sticker on there yet. We could show them the sticker. Where's the sticker gone? Peggy's just going into her stash. Hang on.
My stash.
This is canal related.
Yes, this is canal related. When I can find the envelope. The envelope.
We didn't know this was coming either.
No.
Really, really nice to receive. Which Peggy's probably already lost.
No, I have not lost. It's got to be here.
I've just finished a 1,000-piece jigsaw. What's the image?
Oh yeah, what's the image? What's the image, Jenny? That'd be good to know.
Speaking of what you got in your hand there.
Oh yeah. For those who are van
The
lifers.
census 2021, right? We're van lifers. We don't have an address. So do we qualify like canal, narrowboat life? Do we class the same as travellers? We don't know, right? So we rang them up and they said, well, you can use care of friend's address to get a paper form.
Which you did.
So Peggy asked for a paper form. We waited a week. It came through to our friend's address. We picked it up. It's an individual one for
me.
Peggy. So I had to contact the damn census again to say, hello,
What about
I'm here too. So
Which is
now
what
I've
I
got to wait
said.
another week for me to get a form.
It was there. Hang on. Hang on, you're just going to... I've got to move forward a minute to have a look.
This is a brief interval.
Will you carry on talking?
I just need a sip of a drink.
I am still here.
Peggy's just underneath the camera because she's
I'm right
not very
here.
good. She's not very good with her paperwork. Let me just.
I am good with my paperwork. I had it right here. But the envelope seems to have not stayed with everything else.
So if Trevor, you're still watching, when we had those real windy storm at the beginning of this week, what was it like on the narrowboat? Was it? I mean, our van rocks quite a bit in the wind.
You sure you haven't got it?
Well, we're going to swap.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just put that back over there. Because I don't appear to have it. It's just that's it. Blaming me, she had it.
We'll edit that bit out.
You can't edit, sorry. But I will show other people what my next plan is.
Where's the camera on this?
Land
in the middle.
costs loads. Yeah, land does cost. Look, here you go.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it. So we got this sticker from a narrowboater, and we're really, really, really happy because we never applied for it or anything, and it came through. So
It's going to go on our sticker wall.
see if you can guess which channel it's from.
Well, that's clear on there, isn't it?
If I do that, well, mind you, it tells you what channel it is on there. Let's see if have any of you watched the channel. That's another thing. So that.
I have a 60-foot, 20-ton boat. It did not move.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow, 60-footer. I think that's a bit too big for us.
Yeah, I don't want that big.
I've been told they are going to walk the canals to hand them out to boaters. What? What's they're going to hand out? What's stick?
Yeah. Stand out the stickers to things at the
Ah.
Glastonbury's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're a lovely couple.
So that was Cruising Alba.
Yeah. I put the sticker there so you don't mind I've lost it.
Give it in. I put it in here.
Alright.
Yeah, I use it as a thing at the moment. So the next thing I'm going to show you is my Cruising Alba. Yeah, they're lovely. They're actually on the K&A at the moment.
Peggy Q was watching the videos going,
And
I've walked that.
I'm going, oh, they're coming up to this bit. Sorry, they're coming up to this bit. Oh, they're going to come up to this bit. They're coming up to my favourite part of the canal, and that is where the
Let me let a dog in.
No, he's barking over there. You won't get him in.
Getting
They're about to go to the 2 aqueducts, which was my day 6, which happened to be my birthday when I walked the canal. And so they're going to be doing the Avon-Cliff and the Dundas aqueducts, which I would like to get Chloe to walk because the scenery from that bit is really, really good. So yeah, you didn't get him in?
No.
Told you you wouldn't. But as well as walking the canals, and obviously doing my walk in July for Alzheimer's, which I'm going to be doing the Minehead to Dawlish, I have set
in 2 days.
In 2 days. Yeah, it's about 63 miles. So yeah, and yeah, I'm doing it. And I have a friend to do it with this time.
I'll stick to my cars.
Yeah, okay. But there is one thing I would like to do. I'm going to set like a 2-year period. So I haven't set it yet, and I'd like to walk 630 miles. And yes, you have heard that right. But
Wait in 2 days.
this is why. Over a 2-year period, I think we can do that. So I've got 2 books. I got sent this one, actually by the National Trail Southwest Coast Path, because I've joined them as a member, because it's all charity based and it helps keep the upkeep of all the paths. And I've also got one of the books done by the makers of the book that I did for the canal one as well, the Kennet and Avon that I followed. And in that, it's also got all the routes.
And you're going to film that?
And I'm going to film that.
Without a dongle?
Without dongle?
Gimbal. Try gimbal.
Without a gimbal like I did before, yes.
Yeah. So if you like videos, go.
That's alright. Trevor be fine with that when he's on cruising the cut. Sorry, Trevor.
It's not that big boat. I ain't going to move.
And it still does that when you're cruising the cut.
So do you live off solar? Or you got it rigged that it charges as you move along? Because it's not a lot of moving about at the moment.
No, you're allowed to move for... You're only allowed to cruise, aren't you, for water and shopping and stuff at the moment. So you can go from where you're parked or where you're moored and up to where one of the service points and then
we
back.
have what we call a dark period. And I've said this to David because David lives off solar as well.
Yeah.
December and January are the dark times. Even if you get a really bright day, there just isn't enough hours of sunlight to charge your batteries.
So we usually say the dark period is between got a GoPro stabilization. I haven't got a GoPro. That's another thing.
Need to get one.
Need to get one.
Solar. Yeah, so December and January are your
December
dark
and January
months.
So that is when we know that we have to be very careful what we do with power wise. And then from the end of January, beginning of February onwards, we start to notice that we're getting the more daylight and it starts to come back up. I am moored opposite a water point. Ah, that's good.
Just look at me.
That's good. Jackie boy,
Come on in.
come on. What's this? Trying to get the dog in now. Here he comes. On Cuddles?
Seagulls.
Come here. On Cuddles.
Seagulls do not need. No, don't. I don't want a minute.
Anyway, so yeah, so Trevor's actually moored up opposite a water point.
Yeah, this February is such a difference. You get to the middle of February and then just suddenly the daylight starts going up, doesn't it?
And you notice because instead of it being really low on your battery, you start to notice it starting to peak up again. So when it comes to summer, I'll be able to have the TV on with my Fire Stick and actually I'll watch a bit of TV.
From about April.
Yeah, probably about April.
Yeah, from about April you can start using
Then
the
we've
TV
also now
again.
got to put in we haven't got an inverter in here, so everything's all run off USB or plugged directly in with a fuse point ready for us to use. But I'm going to have to put an inverter in, so when I'm allowed to work from home, once I've got the program installed on my laptop for work, I'll be able to work from home.
I'm not a seagull. What are you barking at me for?
Don't look at us like that. Up.
Up.
Trev says, I struggle for power. It is just starting to get better.
Yeah, yeah, it is just starting to get better.
Yeah.
We've just got to a point now where our batteries are always above 50% now.
Yeah.
I could do with beefing up our battery bank, to be honest.
And we got a 300 watt solar panel.
Which isn't a lot.
No. But that's... Jenny, did you get the picture of the jigsaw? It's got narrowboats in it. Haven't actually looked at... You haven't looked at your phone? She hasn't looked yet.
You be quiet.
She's going to have a look now. Froggy, I'm quite frugal with my power usage in my van. Last winter I didn't have any power problems. That's alright. See, we have to charge 2 phones, our watches as well, because we do have the smart watches. And hang on, we're just having a look at the picture that Jenny's just sent us of the jigsaw puzzle she's done. That's pretty cool. We've got the train, narrowboats. That's quite cool. That's really, really cool. Trevor also runs the engines to charge as well. Yeah, I think Fox is afloat with a Who We Watch as well. They do that. They sort of turn the engine on and let it run for a bit, just charge the batteries. So yeah, what are you doing?
I'm just doing this for you guys, but it's taking me a little bit longer than I wanted. Hang on. See it?
You need to lock it.
How do I lock it?
Lock your screen. Come here. Hang on, people.
I don't do technical.
No, you don't. That one.
Okay.
I'll turn it back off in a minute.
That is Jenny's
Jigsaw puzzle.
jigsaw puzzle.
So-
You need to get out the light.
I'm trying to get out the light, but it's also reflecting off the light. So that's Jenny's jigsaw puzzle that she's just completed.
Thank you for sharing that, Jenny.
Yeah, thank
That's come
you.
through to us. That's
Right, let's
lovely.
turn that off.
Peggy's going to put my phone back on rotate.
Jenny says it's been years since she's did a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, I do metal ones.
Metal ones that's usually very rusty, and she has to add them.
Yeah.
And she's then got to cut out new pieces for the
I've got to
jigsaw.
cut my jigsaws apart to begin with.
Trev has a 12-volt fridge. We don't actually have a fridge or a freezer.
Don't have a fridge or a
TV,
freezer.
laptop, and cameras to charge. See, I normally charge my batteries for my camera when we're driving along.
Oh, in Faith, yeah. Yeah, well, when our 12 volt in the dash blew recently, and I've not done it. We don't need a fridge. The only time we could have ever done with a fridge was when we had the heat wave around, was this September? It got really hot. I just remember sitting
End of
there
August,
sweating.
yeah.
End of August, beginning of September, we had that heat wave. It got to about 30, 32.
We have a cupboard that seems to always stay cold, and it's right next to the oven as
you can
well.
keep milk, butter, everything in
Yeah,
it.
I've got butter. It doesn't.
Even with the fire going now, I bet it's about 28 in here.
I've noticed another thing I have noticed with it though is, you know, if you use butter and sometimes you scrape the knife off to leave a bit of butter back in the pot. If you don't do that, it doesn't go off. And you don't get it. Does the butter itself doesn't start to go off, especially if you just leave it in the cool cupboard, and it just works. And same as the milk. The milk works. It just stays cool, doesn't it? But then we do use soya or almonds.
Yeah,
we
soy and almond milk.
We don't use dairy. We use the dairy free.
Got to get the beef cold if I had some. Peggy's a
I would if I was
vegetarian.
moving. Yeah, I'm a veggie.
Peggy's a vegetarian, so.
No, beer. Got to keep
beer.
the beer, not the beef. The
That-
beer.
That's beef. Gotta keep the beef
If I
cold.
had some.
Gotta keep the beef cold.
Chloe likes a good cider, preferably the strawberry and lime.
Yeah.
My mum told me about a gin today though that I'm gonna have to try. Parma Violet gin. And I'm not a gin drinker, but I do like Parma Violets. Froggy, I
That's a
made
good
my
idea.
own version of Celotex with 50mm polystyrene plus aluminium tape and made a cool box. It keeps my beer and bacon nice and cool.
In my workshop,
I actually have a roll of that stuff here.
see what I gotta live with.
Glad to hear that I'm still a veggie. Yes, I am still a veggie.
So are the animals.
Just need to get you a veggie then, don't we? Yes, that's the stuff. Yeah. Comes in very handy, that stuff, Froggy. Hello, sorry I'm late. And that's from Harry Smith.
Hiya, buddy.
Hello.
How you doing? Oh dear, that made me laugh. I've got tears now. Talk amongst yourself.
Would you like to see some on-screen violence?
No. Anyway, we're in the workshop. Go back to the call box.
I bought a new tuner and amp for my high girl setup. High five, I meant to say. High five. It says hi girl.
Hi girl. So in the workshop I've got, which I was a bargain when I was near London, one of the charity shops. They couldn't sell it because they classed it as an electrical item. A very posh chap had come in and he goes, I've traded in my Bentley and they wouldn't take the cool box, so I get donated to you. So
Are you German?
no. So we
Just found Swindon 105.5. Give it a listen on a Tuesday
Tuesdays,
night
8 o'clock.
between 8 and 9 and Wednesdays between 10 and 11.
Yeah, might recognise the voice.
Voices.
So yeah, I got this cool box. I bought it really cheap, and it is an official Bentley cool box.
Ah, here you go.
The air box in it is about that big, like the size of my head, and that really kicks out
Here we
some
go.
fans.
Harry Smith. Reasonably new around here. Would you mind running us through your list of vehicles? Hard to keep track.
It's bloody hard to keep track for me as well.
Okay. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you get it wrong every time.
No. I do it because I had to do it. I did it at work the other day, actually.
What'd you do at work for?
I don't know, we were just talking about vehicles.
You're trying to knock me off. You see what I'm worth.
No, it was just on about vehicles and I said I got quite a few. So, I'm going to, if you see me pointing, it's because I actually do it, count where they are. So we have my BMW Mini Aussie. We have Wilson the Rover.
Hang on, don't go that fast. I ain't going to know what they are.
Wilson the Rover. I am saying what they are. My BMW Mini Aussie
Is a 2001, so it's the R50 as they call it, and that's because it's the first BMW Mini.
Can I go through it fast? Because otherwise I'm going to lose track.
No, you've got to say what they are. That's why
No, you don't. Anyway, so
tell us if you want us to tell you what they are.
I'm going to start again. Now shut up. Then we can go through them.
I'll have a drink.
I'll have one, please. Can you pour me one?
No.
Please. So we have got, I'll start again. So you have my 2001 BMW Mini Aussie. You then have got our K-Reg Rover 214, which is Wilson. You then have got Chloe's 2006 Suzuki.
That's not a classic.
It's not our classic, but it's still a vehicle. Suzuki Alto, which is also biscuit tin. That's what we call it. Then we have got Olive, our 1976 Mini Clubman Estate. Then we have got our 1958 Moggy Minor. Then we got two MG Midgets. Don't know roughly the years, 60s.
They might make one.
Yeah, one's a donor copy.
One's a 77, one's a 79.
Okay. Then we've got our 1967 Triumph 1300 called Bobby, because she bobs about and makes strange noises, like she's got a guinea pig in her. Then next to that we are.
Make a guinea pig noise.
Then next to that we do have a parts of a Metro.
It's Rover 100.
Well, it's a Metro Rover 100. Then we also have Bess on 1984. Yeah, she's 1984, isn't she? Yeah, 1984 VW LT35 Luton van, which we're in. Then we've got our 19... I don't remember what year Faith is. She is a
87, I think.
E-Reg, yeah, 86, 87, 86. She's 1980s, no, she's 1988. 1988 Ford Transit travel home.
Coach built.
Yeah, proper coach built, which is the one I'm going to rip out the innards from next week and show you.
That's when she'll fold like a
Then,
pack of
she
cards.
won't. Then we've got our cookie jar, which is the Suzuki. She's the Vauxhall.
Don't say that word around here.
She's the Bedford Rascal, but she's also a coach built camper van.
She's a
Believe it or
coach
not.
built.
She is, because she's Will Holmes. It's
Coach
coach
built
built.
means
No, Will Holmes is still a class as coach built.
it's not a coach built.
But anyway, she's properly kitted out by a camper converter then. Then we've also got our Suzuki Super Carry. So altogether you should find it's 12 vehicles.
Possibly.
No, got Chloe going what?
I thought we had 13.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, you might be right, 13. But I have listed them all.
I thought it was 13. So you got any questions about any of them? We really want to know what those questions are. You crashed it, have you?
Nope. Something just came up on my phone as a...
So we want to know what your questions are regarding
Bet your
them.
insurance company loves you. Where on earth do you keep them? Put them all. That's why I've been doing this, because they're all in different places. So we've got a double garage with
A hell of a lot of rascal spares.
with parking for 3 vehicles outside. We've got the yard that we're parked in, which we've got 4 vehicles, but 2 of those, one's a coach built camper and one's our Luton van. So it's given us a decent size around for us to walk around and for Jack to have space to run around. We've then got another garage with, if we needed it, a parking space outside.
You do need it soon.
We will need it soon because you've got a job to do.
Did you count the Montego?
No, I didn't count the Montego.
I told you she'd get it wrong.
14 then. But that's because Monty's not here yet.
Still count it.
Monty the Montego is still not here yet. And at the moment we've got 2 vehicles on the road, which Chloe uses the Suzuki as her daily run around for her work.
On the road as in...
And I use...
They're
They're parked on the road.
We've got more vehicles on the road.
Yeah, and I use the BMW Mini to go to and from.
Insurance ain't too bad, Foggy.
No, it's not too
Insurance
bad.
ain't too bad at all.
And the reason why it's not too bad is because quite a few of them are on our multi-car classic car policy.
You need a multi-car, classic car policy.
Because you can't drive them all in one go.
No, the insurance is the best thing.
Paul says, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
And
it did increase quite a bit last year.
Jenny, I thought I was bad with all my guitars. Yeah, you do have a lot of guitars. Last time we came and said hello.
Guitars
Actually, we're back up that way in
May.
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 Mm,
Yeah.
May.
Yeah, we'll have to pop by and say hello in May.
Dag BBC 253. Hello. Hi both. Do you know how a log burner in a vehicle affects the insurance?
Don't declare it.
Mm,
Don't declare it. Insurance companies will shaft
we
you
will do, Jenny.
any way they like. There isn't, in my opinion, there is not a UK insurer, if you're in the UK, there isn't a UK insurer that will insure you a log burner. I don't think
No.
there is.
I've not heard of them.
Because insurance is all to do with risk, and people don't understand wood burners, and especially wood burners in a small space, they just won't do it. Just don't declare
Because
it.
I think for us, nice is that we don't. We're static, so we don't actually drive ours.
The
or
Luton
would
doesn't
burn.
move.
Yeah, so that's why, for us, we haven't really declared it. It's parked up. That's it. Our vehicle itself is insured.
I would say to you, it's exactly the same as those people who buy a minibus, convert it to a camper, and then turn around the insurance companies and go, I've got a camper van, but it's really a minibus. And then the insurance companies go, well, actually, insurance on a minibus is a bit high anyway because you could carry passengers, and you've modified it, so
That's
we're just
true.
going to whack it through the roof.
Trev, you can answer that one.
Whereas
What about wood burners on narrowboats?
well, I think that's the standard norm.
Yeah, I think it is a standard norm because obviously the modern day narrowboats are based on the old narrowboats which would have had wood burners.
You're only doing 3 miles an hour on water in a steel boat.
I have one in my narrowboat and it does not affect it. It is considered not more dangerous than gas. It's so true.
Yeah, I would just say it's all to do with impacts and passengers. They don't view narrowboats in the same sense of crashes and passengers. It's all to do with risk and assessment. On a vehicle, it's hectic out there on the roads. So yeah, I would just say just ensure what you've got. What?
Which is your favourite vehicle?
There was one further up which something to do with Cecil or something. I didn't read it.
Oh, that's been deleted. He
Oh.
retracted that one.
Been retracted, eh?
Yeah, he's now asking what.
I've just got to go tend to the wood burner a second. Get bear with
Yeah,
me.
now you got to think which is your
Not your
favourite.
vehicle, is
Which
it?
is your favourite vehicle?
Oh bloody hell!
And that is from Steve. I think it depends, Steve, because if I'm going to a car show, I would prefer to take probably Olive because I've done so many mini shows and that I really like taking the minis, and Elsie as well. But then if I'm going to somewhere like South Cerney where they do the steam extravaganza, I like to take Gas or Moggy Minor. So it really, and I think it just depends on the type of show and how far we're travelling and stuff. But yeah, I think
Guns
It
in my
re-
head.
it really, yeah.
Shoot me.
To be fair, I'm starting to really like, I haven't driven it yet, the Triumph as well. It's got quite a good character tat as well.
Didn't think that would happen.
Where are we? This is Froggy. I didn't declare my burner in my van. There is 1 or 2 companies that will insure them, but the premium will be horrendous.
You haven't got a wood burner in your van.
Harry Smith.
Chances are, if you had a crash, they wouldn't even look at your van anyway. They'd just give you an evaluation over the phone. Unless it was a really severe crash, they ain't going to look at it.
Right. Harry Smith. I live on a narrowboat, as I'm pretty sure you know, but others won't. So get the whole not living in a house thing. How do you get around the legality side?
Legality of living in a van.
We live in
We're security.
we're class of security, and the people know we're here where we are.
When we first came to the site that we're on, I was building the workshop out of recycled materials, and we had 2 cars here, which was really unfortunate. My mini estate had been garaged for 4 years, and I took it out just one night so that I could do my mum's MOT on her car. It needs welding, and that one night
Someone
swear
decided.
words come into the yard.
Yep.
And they really damaged the mini estate and the diesel metro that I had here at the time. And the police,
Basically,
they didn't want to know at that time.
They basically said unless the perpetrator
there
drew
was
blood,
They
they
didn't want to
know.
come out, they didn't want to know. They just put it through to the local bobby, and that was it. So I really beefed up the security in the yard. We went away to work at a steam rally. We came back we stayed at the steam rally an extra night, and then we came back from the steam rally the following night, and late in the night I could hear talking, and I won't go too much on it on here. So the ins and outs of it
But the
was,
good thing with I would say the only thing with that is normally when there's talking outside, Jack goes absolutely crazy. But that night he didn't.
I managed to catch in the act one of the neighbours being burgled, and managed to raise the alarm, and the police did respond to that,
And we're here within 5 minutes.
they caught them all in the act, And since then, the neighbours have been like, we don't really take any notice of them. We leave them alone. They're security.
And that's it. We are in a self-contained, enclosed yard,
Keep ourselves to ourselves.
and quite a few people now where we
But
are.
the
say
reason
hello
why we're
and stuff.
saving up for the land fund is because we want a dedicated building for it all, and we need better access, because we'd like to convert a coach or one of those wooden horse boxes or something, and we'll probably put this one side by side. And if we bought our own land, we would Airbnb this one so people get to live in it for a day or a week, however,
week,
you
yeah,
know,
a
like
couple
we
of days.
live now.
We did that. We did a busman's holiday.
Yeah, if you go back on our channel, you'll see the horse box.
We went to
live
Bertha's
in.
Box.
Bertha's Box.
Which happened. We found that on.
It was on TV.
It was on TV. A guy was on a farm in Hereford.
Born Mucky?
Born to be Mucky or something. It's called.
All to do with farming.
And it's all to do with free farmers. And one of them was in Herefordshire, and he built Bertha's Box, and we actually went and stayed in it for a few nights. It was really nice. They had a horse trailer turned into the bathroom, which you had to go out of the horse box to go into.
Yeah, I prefer having our bathroom inside the vehicle.
So I did say that if we had something like that, it would be nice to have that undercover, so you sort of like make a little corridor type thing. But other than that, it was a really, really nice setup.
Yeah, so go back through our videos and look up Bertha's Box.
Paul's Crazy Life says, favourite, bet it's not the Ford. To be fair, Faith did her job. She wasn't designed to live in permanently, but she did it. She was really good.
And she travels about.
She does travel about. She's still here.
She's old, isn't she?
She is on a holiday home now.
It's our holiday home.
Hi Lindsay, hope you're well. She says, hello folks, nice to see you both. Hope you're both doing well. How's the new job? It's going really well, thank you. So I've only been there a week. I've got another week where I've got to stay in the office, and then I hopefully will be able to work from home for 3 days a week. Jenny said I was going to say Olive, so yeah, Olive is definitely one of the favourites. Harry says...
I've owned Olive for quite a long time.
Harry says, yeah, and basically any heating source on a boat is okay so long as it complies with the safety regs, the BSS. And a coach conversion is my dream too. Yeah, we went for...
Do you know those 7.5 ton wooden horse boxes?
We went for a walk and found one, didn't we?
No,
that was
bigger.
Back
of an Arctic, that was.
That was a bit bigger, yeah.
But I would really like to convert an old Bedford wooden horse box.
Actually, if you...
but I wouldn't get it here. Our access here is crap.
Horse box conversions, I would say have a look at house box conversions on YouTube, because they do them for... They're actually based in just outside Glastonbury somewhere, and they do them, and they're really, really good.
Yeah.
Steve says, I'd like to know how long it would take you to do your camper van out, and are you going to do any work on the engine?
She's got 6 weeks, Steve.
I've got 6 weeks, Steve, to do the innes. I've got to rip it out and change the routine, change all the about and put it all back in, because where the kitchen is now is where it's going to the front room and the bed's going to be. This sort of sofa bed, and where the sofa bed is now is where the kitchen's going to be.
She's ripping the entire lot out. It's going to be horrendous. And about a week before we go away, she's going to cry.
No, it just means I have to do evenings as well when I'm home.
And the van won't be here, because I got a welding job to do, so the van's going to be in our other storage.
It's alright, because it's got its own electric. So I can still charge up the drills and stuff.
Yeah.
And the jigsaw. And just cut out the wood. I'm pretty good with the jigsaw. As in the power tool jigsaw.
Yeah, she's very good with... she won't be able to do Jenny's jigsaw.
No, it's a wood. Doug BBC says, you two are so resourceful, amazing to watch. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Pebbles, hiya, how are
I don't know
you?
about resourceful. Well, I say resourceful, right?
Pebbles says, hiya, gorgeous girls.
Ah, thank you. So I say resourceful. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a go. When I was picking up all the Rascal spares, I picked up the like a wavy style metalwork
I've
that's
already got ideas for that.
meant to be shelving. And I
I'm
said to
going to
Peggy,
design that for the kitchen,
Mm.
but also I'm going to use one as a part of a table too, to put 2 stools under.
so that would be interesting for you guys to see. So this, a week Sunday, a week today, Peggy's got to film Faith and show you
I'm
guys.
going to film her how she is from that point, because we still need to just empty out, because I've been using her as a painting area, so I need to take all my paint stuff out
I
first.
need a good couple of dry days to get up on that roof. I need to cut the old skylights out.
Oh yeah, so I'm
seal
not doing the roof yet because I won't be able to do that section.
Yeah, I need to cut the. I'm going to cut. I have repaired them. How long we had Faith now? 4 years, 5 years.
About 5 years.
Every year I've resealed them skylights. Every year they failed,
Mm.
and now the middle one's broke on the clip, and I'm worried that when it goes up,
Just go.
it's just going to ping off, and then yeah. So I'm just going to cut those old skylights. They're original, I think.
Mm.
They've been on there 30 odd years. I'm going to cut them out.
So yeah, probably cut them out. Seal one of them up, and the other one we may put one slightly bigger in. So I read it to you. Pebble says, need to source a new or reconditioned gearbox for my van. Want to exchange that for some stained glass.
Forgotten what the van model was. Picture the van, but I can't think what the chassis was. You got to forgive me. I see hundreds of vehicles.
Yeah, she had a look at one yesterday. She's now got the job to weld up from from the end of the month.
I've got a T4 to do. Yeah, I see hundreds and hundreds of vehicles. Yeah, ping me. Send us a message.
Lol, just for the information, not the hardware.
Of what?
That's what Pebble says.
Oh, I know where there's someone who does reconditioned gearboxes. We had this chap recondition the gearbox for Peggy's
For my
BMW Mini. We put a reconditioned gearbox in that, and the work that he did is absolutely brilliant. Peggy's gearbox is
I've
spot
now
on.
had that in that car.
And I've got,
Yeah.
when I bought those Rascal spares a couple of weeks back, there's 3 gearboxes that come with that are in an unknown condition. Now I need to work out if they're 4-speed or 5-speed, but if they're 5-speed, I'm going to be ringing that guy
And getting him to do
and
those
see if
as
he
well.
could do a deal on reconditioning those 3 gearboxes and put them on the market, because at the moment people cannot get gearboxes for Bedford Rascals, and I've got 3 there that potentially could be reconditioned. So I will be in contact with that guy. So I've got his details. So let me know. Yeah.
That's the last thing.
So yeah, what do you think? 14 vehicles. Do I need to get rid of some? If I sell half of them, can I buy another vote?
You mean if you sell half of them, which ones would you sell?
I don't know.
You've just got Monty back.
Yeah, I just got.
Wiltshire man, Carmen wants her last walk is before bed, so I'm off now. See you in the next one. Have a good week, everyone. See you, Sandy.
See you, Sandy.
It's yeah. Give Carmen a big hug.
We're gonna give you a shout. As lockdown is not far away now. At the end of it, I mean, and we'll give you a shout. We'll do.
Yeah, we're coming.
Let us know an idea for a collab.
Yeah, definitely. Don't mind going for a walk. Dag BBC, how can you tell the difference between a clutch bearing that's gone and a CV joint that has gone? Looking forward to it. Thanks, Chance Andy.
A CV joint?
Yeah. That's what Dag BBC says. How can you tell the difference between a clutch bearing that's gone and a CV joint that has gone?
One would make a clicking noise.
Well, one may make a really big clunk noise, isn't it?
Clutch bearing would.
Isn't that just like a sound, like a whirling?
Well, I think it would just. I think that if your clutch bearing goes, you just sound like a washing machine bearing gone.
Yeah. So it just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's a CV joint gone, it would make a clicking as you're going forward. It would just go click, 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 click.
I've got a rumble. Don't know if it's the drive shaft or clutch.
Does it go quiet if you put your foot on the clutch? So if you put your foot down on the clutch and leave it on the clutch, does it go quiet? Or does it... It's hard to do it on here. It's all to do with the noise. A CV joint would make a clicking.
Yes.
It goes quiet when you put your foot on.
CV will click worse when you're on lock. That's what Harry says.
Yeah. Well,
And Froggy says clutch bearing will make noise while stationary, screeching, scratching sound, which might disappear when the clutch presses in. CV equals loud clicks, especially when turning.
yeah, CV would click. There's also what they call a thrust bearing.
Oh, that makes that. That's the
It's
word.
more like
Yeah.
a whirring noise.
Yes, it's worse on turn.
A thrust bearing, I wouldn't worry too much if a thrust bearing goes. Your vehicle can go on and go on. So sometimes when you put your foot on the clutch, a thrust bearing will go quiet. But if your clutch is making a noise or clutch bearing, yeah, it would. You'd make a scratchy, horrible sort of noise.
Froggy says worse on turn equals CV because he says because Dagdy BBC says yes, it's worse on turn. Sorry, Dag BBC, I don't know your actual name.
Yeah.
I do know Froggy's real name, but I still call him Froggy.
What vehicle's it on?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Because hopefully
Yeah.
we don't want it to be on something like a Ford
Harry
Mondeo.
says might be the wheel bearings. Jack up front wheel, grab at 12 and 6 and wobble. Spin to look for roughness. I've had a wheel bearing gone on mine.
Yeah, a wheel bearing make a right rumbling noise.
Mine,
and that sounds like...
Mine made a rumble.
Yeah, real deep rumble noise if it's a wheel bearing.
Didn't it? Mine made a rumble on my Mini, BMW Mini, and all of a sudden it just...
Astra 1.7 CDTI.
And all of a sudden it made this real...
I've actually said
loud.
It.
Chloe likes a Vauxhall.
It's just a good car.
She is a bit warmer.
I ate Corsas.
That's true. Okay.
Corsas and Sephiras.
Paul Crazy's Life. What food do you like?
Try and find a backstreet garage and get your car checked out. An Astra, I would say chances are it's a wheel bearing if it's a rumble noise, but find a backstreet garage and just get a second opinion, because if it's a wheel bearing it could be dangerous.
So what's your favourite food?
Subway.
Subway breakfast.
Well, no, if it was open, I'd like a Weatherspoon vegetarian breakfast.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, the Weatherspoon vegetarian breakfast.
The large veggie breakfast.
So if you guys want to treat us to a Weatherspoon vegetarian breakfast, that's lovely.
What else? Favourite food? I do like...
Maggie makes a lovely pasta carbonara.
Yeah, I do make pasta carbonara. And
she's gone veggie now.
I've gone veggie, so I just cook the bacon separate and then mix it up after I've served up some of the sauce with the mushrooms. That's all. So I still do it properly.
It's a Schwartz mix.
Yeah, it's the Schwartz powdered milk mix, and I make it with almond milk.
Schwartz carbonara mix.
Not the semi-skim milk.
And yeah, almond milk, and that's
You're welcome,
lovely.
Dag.
That's lovely, that is.
It's gone on and on and on that Astra.
And Ariston. Do you remember that advert?
No, it was...
On and on and on and Ariston. What was Ariston?
Was it Ariston?
Yeah, like posh washing machines.
Oh, I know. No, I'm thinking of the other one. The video.
Tape.
I'm thinking of Scotch tape.
There's some of you and there's too young to remember.
The Scotch tape one, wasn't that? There's go. Re-record, don't fade away.
Don't fade away.
Re-record, don't fade away.
We were having that chat with David, and David was like, "Don't remember that advert. Don't remember that advert." So we got up on YouTube. It's the year he's born.
Yeah, Froggy. I was watching 80s TV adverts on YouTube the other day. Proper nostalgia trip. Yeah, because I was listening to the radio, and all of a sudden I was going, "Ooh, Vitalite."
Your mouth when you do that.
What was the other one?
Rewind, don't fade away.
And it was Ribena, wasn't it? No, Kiora. Kiora. I'll be your dog.
We've gone very retro now.
There you go. Right, there you go. Steve says, do you miss the meat then, lol? Steve, behave. But no, I don't miss the meat.
Converted.
Jenny said there's a great new veggie bacon called This Isn't Bacon. Makes a great bacon sarnie. Yeah, the corn one was absolute disgusting. Bacon. Froggy, yeah, the Kiora advert, that's now banned for racism. It is.
Is that true?
Yeah. Dag BBC, I've been trying to keep it up, but it's one of those nights. Are whites. Is that the lemonade?
It's lemonade.
Hmm.
I'm trying to keep it up. Oh, you've lost me on that one. You've lost me on that one. Is that an advert? I don't get it.
That must be an advert. It's Are
I
whites.
don't remember an Our Whites lemonade.
Mm.
I don't remember an advert for one of them.
Yeah,
I'm going to look that up after this. I'm going to look it
we'll
up.
look that one up.
Yeah. I remember like Robinson's adverts and stuff, but I don't remember an Our Whites lemonade one. You must try it. It's tons better than the corn one.
Ah, okay.
I'll tell you what we do like.
It's the TV
I'll tell you,
advert song.
there's two things we do like.
Do you remember I'm a
Corn-
secret lemonade drinker advert? I watched that one on a YouTube channel recently.
That's why I haven't seen it now. I'll watch it.
No, this is Froggy. You just burp.
Sorry. It's live, people. It's not pre-recorded.
Justin Denton. Hello, you two. Hello.
So yeah, retro adverts. I never knew what we talk about retro adverts. So going back to the food a moment.
Oh,
Corn
food.
chicken nuggets.
They're nice.
I love the corn chicken nuggets. They're just the same, without the guilt. That's how I feel.
Oh, there we go. Jenny's just now said Our White's Lemonade song was written by Elvis Costello and sung by his dad.
Wow. I'm gonna look that up when this live finishes. Yeah.
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 So food, yeah, corn chicken nuggets.
And the fish fingers. Peggy tricked me.
That wasn't corn.
What was it?
That was.
It's still mushroom.
It's still a
stuff, isn't
protein.
it?
It's still that. I got them from Sainsbury's. Fishless fingers. That's what they were called, fishless fingers. And I actually cooked them up. And Chloe goes, I thought you were a veggie. I thought you weren't eating any fish because I don't eat fish or any meat at all. And I went, after she finished them, and I went, that's because they're not fish.
Fishless fingers.
And they were
really
nice.
taste like fish fingers.
They were really, really nice.
They'd work for dinner. They work with beans. Or you
I
could
think I was going to say they worked. I think they would have worked really nice as a fish finger sandwich.
Yeah,
or fishless finger
I was
sandwich.
going to say they'd be right. You wouldn't know in a sandwich.
No.
Fishless fingers. That was the shocker to me.
And I do like the corn roast.
10?
And what's that?
I love fish fingers. I eat 10.
That's a
Blimey.
packet. What about?
That's a lot.
No. If you make a sandwich, you
Was
put
it?
4 in the sandwich at least.
Was it fish fingers at dot 2 at 12?
Yeah, fish fingers and custard.
So I was right. Yeah, fish fingers and custard. Listen. Let me open
My
the portal
God,
window.
the seagulls are going off.
Listen to this.
Can you hear the seagulls?
See, I don't know if you can hear that there. That's seagulls.
Let's know if you can hear them.
You think we're near
I've when Chloe's not
you
laughing.
think we're near the beach? It's going quiet now. They do a loop.
Yeah, I know they do a loop.
They do a loop, yeah. Right, so get back to conversation.
Put it back up.
So we've covered cars.
Food.
We've established we've got 14 all over the place. So
Corn
if there's any other
roast. Just
questions
had
for
a
them.
roast dinner with that. Yeah, I do
Oh,
like
the corn roast.
I do like the corn roast, and
Lidl do a really good corn roast.
it's just corn. It's the same thing.
Are they all the same?
Yeah, corn roast. It's corn. It's the brand corn.
Lidl's do their own brand.
No, they don't.
Is it? Corn roast?
Yes.
All right.
So corn. Yeah, but they don't always have it in. I have to go to Sainsbury's. But yeah, the corn roast is really, really nice, and I do that with roast potatoes and broccoli and cauliflower and
Sprouts.
Chloe likes sprouts and some peas and some carrots and a bit of gravy and maybe some stuffing. Dag BBC.
Okay.
Homemade MacD's fillets of fish or fish fingers. The seagulls can hear you.
Yeah, seagulls
And
there. We're talking
Trev
about
says, lost you for a bit there. I forgot to turn my inverter on to charge my laptop. Oh, Trev.
Aw.
Yeah, that can be a bit of a...
Oh, thanks for coming back.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're still here.
You see the numbers go up and down, but we don't know who's here.
No. It says we've got 16 watching now. I know I'm one of them. So say 15
15 of you watching.
So
Say hi. Say hi. Because there's bound to be someone, the silent minority,
who hasn't said hello.
hasn't said anything. So just type hello. And we've had 4 thumbs up, so you can
Trev says hi.
Hi, Trev.
I'm waiting for the others to say hi now. Dag BBC, hi.
Well done, put your highs in. I thought we'd do an hour live, nearly an hour and a half, so you've done really, really well.
Yeah.
I hope we're not boring you. Let us know what you want to know.
Justin Denton put a thumbs up.
So have you got any questions?
Lindsay says hello. Steve Tomo says the best advert in my eyes is your So Money supermarket. No. David says I'm the silent one.
David's the silent one. David's very silent.
Yeah, you can never get a word in edgeways with David.
No. The Money Supermarket ones, they've gone all a bit funny with these animals. Like, you could be so bull. Is it a bull or a calf?
That's Money Car, and that's something to do with calm.
Or is that not Money Supermarket?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's to do with...
The adverts are a bit odd, aren't they?
I don't know. We don't watch many adverts now because we don't actually have TV.
You do have to see them because they...
Oh, on
YouTube.
5... No, also on 5. If we catch up on 5, my 5.
Ben Fogle.
Because I do watch Ben Fogle.
Hmm.
Do you know, we actually saw him just over a year ago at the local theatre. He did a talk about his adventures.
We was as close as we are, I was going to say, to the Woodburn, that's probably a bit close, but...
yeah. So...
It's a bit hard to say on camera. Our door's about 8 foot over there, and we were about 8 foot away. We were front row to Ben Fogle's talk. That was pretty cool. He was talking about his rowing and his Arctic.
Trev says, I thought I would do an hour live once. 3 hours later I had to stop to go to bed. It was midnight.
I got to get up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I have to get up. I'd be awake at 5, but I actually have to get up about 5:30 ready to get ready to set off to Bristol.
Tomorrow's a crap day. I've got to get up at 5 a.m. I've got to be at work and signed in on the digital computer by 5:30.
I start when I get there.
Bloody Mondays, eh?
Mm.
Yeah. You do what?
I can start when I get there.
Well, I got to start when I get there.
Yeah, but my time actually starts when I get there. As long as I do my hours, they don't. I'm quite flexible in mine. It's quite nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But yeah, lives are a bit like that because you just get carried away and you start chatting and that's it. Jenny, I've been up since 5 a.m.
I haven't today, but I'll sympathise with you tomorrow.
Trev says, I get up around 6 and I do not have to get up for anything really. It's the body clock.
Your body clock kicks in.
Tomo says, I'm up at 5 a.m. as well.
Yeah, welcome to the 5 a.m. club.
Jenny says she can't sleep.
It's going to throw us all in about 3 weeks' time when the clocks change again.
The end of the month.
Because it's starting to
spring forward.
Yeah, it's starting to get bright now.
Mm.
But we spring forward.
An hour.
So I'll be going to work again, in essence, at 4 in the morning, won't I? Because it would have been 5.
We'll lose an hour's sleep.
Yeah, it goes forward. So what was 5?
Would be now be 6.
It's bloody confusing, isn't it? So
it's forward.
Yeah. So it's 5 a.m. to tomorrow morning.
Yeah. And then it'll be 6 o'clock instead.
Yeah, so I would already be late. So I've got to get up at 4 to get to work, haven't I? Yeah, I was right in my head. She's confusing me. So in a few weeks' time, in essence, I'll be getting up at 4 a.m, but it's 5 a.m, so it'll be dark again.
Froggy says, I like being up early, all the birds singing and hardly anyone about. Do you know what? Yesterday we were sat here.
It's a lot of bird song now.
We were sat here about 11 o'clock at night and we had robins singing. And I know it's a robin because I recorded one earlier in the day singing we went sat in the tree singing.
And then this morning we had a seagull land on the roof and was going
dunk, 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 dunk. Paul's crazy life. My car is in for repair tomorrow. Good luck with that.
Let us know what the car is.
Trev says I wake up when it gets light. And Dag BBC, spring forward to get at 4 back to bed for an extra hour.
Spring forward, fall back. I do like that saying, and since I've heard that saying, I always remember which way round they go. Yeah, and
The
even
clock change is always so confusing.
it's more confusing to your body.
Yeah. And then you got used to it and stuff, and
Yeah,
then
and
it
then you
changes
just get
again.
used to it. And I want to stay in summertime, British summertime, the whole time. I don't want the winter bloody months. Dark at 4 in 4. Well,
At
dark.
night.
It's just dark all the time, winter, isn't it? But it'd be better if we stayed in British summertime.
Oh, remember that stupid news story they did?
When we lived in a house, we had Virgin TV cable, and I watched the local news, and they interviewed this farmer,
They were doing a debate about the clock changes.
and they were discussing the annual clock change malarkey, and this farmer said, if we don't change the clocks, my chickens will lay less. And I went, what? And I looked at Peggy, and I went, I'm going to rewind that. And I
Bear
rewound
in mind,
it,
when we lived in the house, we actually used to have chickens.
and I rewound it, and the farmer did honestly say, if we don't change the clocks, my chickens will lay less.
No, it won't, because it's the same amount of
They're
daylight
still in
hours.
the same amount of bloody daylight. It's just, it mucks us up as humans. It doesn't, it won't make no difference to a chicken.
No, they just go by when it's daylight, and that's it.
And this farmer insisted his chickens would lay.
Dag BBC lol
Yes.
time telling chickens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was BBC.
it was BBC.
I can't believe the farmer.
And Trev
said
says,
that.
yeah, I heard that saying for the first time when I lived in the US because of course they call autumn
They call
fall.
them autumn fall, which makes sense. Fall of the leaves. Yeah. Agree
Yeah.
with that.
Because they have like spring balls and fall balls and everything, don't they? Over in schools over there.
Yeah, schools are a bigger part of their life, aren't they? Because they
I
learn
think I
longer.
was gonna say, don't they there until they're like 21?
I don't know if that's in every state, but then they can drive at 16.
Yeah.
So they drive to school in huge automatic automobiles.
Yes.
I rode a motorbike to school
Yeah, you did.
because I'm a year older than Peggy,
10 months older actually.
and I was just in the year, so I was old enough to ride a moped. So I rode a moped to school. Just about got away with it. But then I had to bloody carry the helmet round all day, so that wasn't so good. It was a right
Yeah, because we
pain.
didn't have lockers.
No.
Not like they do
So
now.
it was
Now
really
they,
cool.
you have to
You
have
were
a
the
locker.
only kid out of hundreds and hundreds who could ride a moped into school, but then you had to carry the damn helmet round all day. I didn't do it much.
Dag says, that's so cool riding to school.
Yeah, it was. And guess who went with me to college? On the back of my bike. I upgraded by then. I had a what they call a fizzy, a Yamaha. I had a Yamaha. Can't even speak.
Yamaha.
RD50,
Yep.
which I customised up so it had more power. It could just do. It was about 50 miles an hour. It could do, and he went on the back of it.
I did.
And it was all great until one day we had a real big downpour, and the spark plug got wet, and then me and Peg had to push it to college.
Trev
Yeah,
says,
the FS1E.
Trev says I rode a motorbike to college.
FS1E, yes.
Harry said, go on, what moped was
And
it?
now
Yeah, it was the fizzy. The
Now they're
FS1E.
worth about bloody £5,000. You won't get one, 4 or 5 grand for
And
a
yours
fizzy
was
now.
modified, wasn't it? So it looked
I
like...
had a Micron exhaust.
Yeah, yours looked like a motorbike, a big motorbike. So all the other motorbikers who were on the big ones used to
Used to wave.
nod or wave.
Nod and wave.
Whereas if you saw them on your normal little mopeds, they got a nod.
What moped was it? It was officially an RD50 custom.
Froggy said I had one of them. Also the MZ Simpson Enduro.
That had bigger forks, didn't it, the MZ?
And Dag said my mate had a Honda 50cc and could ride it without a full licence.
They also made a Suzuki version. I can't remember what the Suzuki version was called, but the Suzuki 50 had a huge chassis and a really wide tank. It was. I did have a go at it. I had a friend who had one. That was a heavy bike. Probably only did about 22 miles an hour. It was too blimmin' heavy, but that was a big old chassis of bike. But I don't remember what model it was. But the
I didn't really
Suzuki-
do bikes, did I?
No, I love bikes. I ain't got any now. Sold them for the moggy. So you had the Rally Runabout, and we had a few Honda Expresses.
Trev says, I pay £50 for my Norton 750.
That would scare the crap out of me. Don't think
And
I'd go that big.
Paul's Crazy Life says, X150.
Can't picture an X150. Is that a more modern bike? I can't picture the X. Oh, well, was that the name of the Suzuki? That might have been the name of the Suzuki. But yeah, that was a big bike. But I also had the
Pooch Maxi, who used to live at the end of the bed on a first floor flat.
Yeah, 1972.
And what was funny about that one
Oh yeah.
is we went on holiday to Great Yarmouth, went to Caister Castle Car Museum,
Case to Castle Car Museum.
and we were
It's still
walking
there.
round, and there was a Pooch Maxi, and I looked at Chloe and I went, "Isn't that what we got at the end of the bed?" And Chloe went, "Yeah, but ours is a year older." And this lady who was polishing a car threw us a major filthy look, and it was the filthy look we just burst out laughing.
She did give us a
She
real
really
filthy
gave us
look.
a filthy look.
The Suzuki AP50 is smaller. I've got some I've got some head columns for that in the workshop.
Froggy says, funny enough, a few weeks ago I bought a set of motorbike levers, looking to get something fun next year.
I've still got my
I've
coat,
got a really
but
nice coat.
I've put on a lot of weight, so I don't know if I'll do the coat up. But,
And Harry says Suzuki AP50, and Paul says Suzuki AP50, nice bike.
yeah, I've got the dash. What do you call it? The speedo and all that. I've got two AP50 ones in the workshop.
Trev says, oh, hang on. Dag says you can guess the decades of experience in the chat from the conversation. Yeah.
It's deceiving because there are some young enthusiasts amongst you who are very knowledgeable.
And Trev says, my Kawasaki Z1100 scared the poop out of me. I sold it after owning it for 3 weeks before I killed myself.
Yeah, I had.
Mind you, the Kawasaki's and that, aren't they designed more for speed?
All bikes are, but
No, what I meant is they are designed for racing around in.
the Z1100 is
on.
that's a major bike.
Paul says I'm 51 old, lol. Mine.
Thanks for sharing that. How old do you think Peggy is? Sit still, pose for the camera.
Don't know.
We're not annoyed. We don't get offended.
No.
We just find it amusing. You can say how old Peggy is.
Dag says snap. Paul. So Dag's also 51.
Is that the guess? 41.
No.
That's because you announced it.
I didn't. Not me. I did. Not quite. Lindsay says had a TY50 Yamaha trail bike when I was 17.
That's cool.
As soon as I passed my test, I sold it and bought a Fiat 500. Long time ago.
That's still pretty cool. I've only driven a Fiat
Thank
500.
you, Lindsay.
I've only had a Fiat 500
So the
once,
guesses
and it
so
gave me a
far:
headache.
40 by David, 41 by Paul, and Lindsay says 21.
Wow. She's 21 tomorrow. Benjamin Button, isn't you?
Trev says the 1100 did about 170. Yeah.
Yeah. Scary,
Jenny says
scary
she's 64.
Stuff. Scary.
Are you, Jenny?
The
I
bike's
thought you were a
scary
lot
stuff.
younger than that. Harry says, lol, I've been ratted out, I'm 22. Trev is 62 next week.
Harry, we'll let you off. I need you to flog me one of them expresses.
Lindsay's celebrating her 21st in August.
Aw, I thought you were younger than that.
I thought you were younger than that, to be fair, Lindsay. I didn't think you were that age. So yeah. I am 40. Well, David would know because he helped to look after Jack for us for my birthday. And I am 41 this year.
She walked the Kennet and Avon Canal
For my
length
40th.
for a 40th.
So actually, on my 40th birthday, I did the 2 aqueducts over the K&A.
And this year, I'm Douglas Adams' number.
Jenny says, oh, you're so kind. No, I honestly thought you were younger. Lindsay says, thank you both, sweethearts. So yeah, I would never put you at 60. So yeah, I would never put you both for those ages.
There you go, see?
Dag says, good effort.
So we've done cars, we've done books, then done books, done cars, done bikes, done the allotment. What else would you like to know? Done your solar. Anything else you'd
Faith,
like
I'm
to
going to
know?
rip out.
Faith? Oh yeah,
What's
Faith.
coming up?
God dear. I don't want to talk no more about Faith. That's going to be a nightmare. Got to be done by the 17th of May. I'm going to have a drink.
I ain't got any left, I don't think.
Oh well, do you want some of this?
Hang on. Oh, Froggy says, I'm 45, though body equals 60 and mental age 16. Trev says, lol, Froggy, me too. Do you know what? When my boy turned 16, he literally went, I've come to realise you're just all big kids.
I thought you said that at 21.
No, 16. You're all big kids. Because you always think you're younger than you are. It's just the way you are.
I'm
You're just
still
big
waiting.
kids in adult bodies.
I'm still waiting to find out what I'm going to do as a job when I grow up.
Okay, what else we got?
You're really...
Dag says, I have a question on allotments. Is it possible to grow all year round? Yes.
Yeah.
Trev says, at the moment I feel like 80.
Oh dear.
And Froggy says, yeah, my brain is like, yes, let's do this. And my body now goes, whoa, now slow down before you end up in A&E.
I don't know about the A&E part, but that's what my body does do.
Your body does do that, yeah.
Yeah, my back goes. The allotments. We
got 2 books there.
Yeah, I know. Get something like this.
Get a good book that shows you month by month, which means you can grow all the year round.
Heavy.
I know.
It's probably backwards on the camera.
I'll soon tell you when it comes up on my phone.
Allotment, month by month.
Jenny says I don't feel like I've grown up yet.
That's
No,
a
it's
really...
actually the right way around.
Is it? Oh, that's good. It's backwards on my camera. So that's a really good book, and you can get that on good old eBay.
So yeah, if you get one of those books that shows like month by month.
Your allotment. Sorry, that stinks. That was me. Your allotment. Yeah.
So yeah, if you get one like that, and it would tell you what you can do month by month, also preparing what seeds you can start growing indoors, ready to go outdoors.
Our allotment won't be very exciting this year because we've got a lot of clearing ground to do.
At the moment, if you put sprouts in, they take a year to grow, roughly, don't they? So if you put if you start putting them in now to start growing, they will be ready for you for this time next year.
We need to do that long.
Yeah, there's one that takes about that long, but that's from planting them as seeds now in pots and getting them ready.
If you say like dig your potato patch up, late main crop, August, September time, and then you dig it over and rake it and leave it for a few days, you could then use that patch to put leek in, and I think you can redo leek again August, September time, and then space the leek out, and then that will be a winter leek, and you can let leek grow through the winter, and I think it'll be ready to harvest again about March, April time. So leek is a winter crop.
Dag says, oh cool, what a cool book. And Jenny says, my veg plot is in a right mess at the moment. Yeah.
Well, ours is, I only took it
Trev
on
says,
recently.
last year I had another boater on my boat to help me down the Avastone flight. She was shocked when I was stepping over the bottom gates with them open.
Wow.
Wow. Open. What?
I'm frightened of the heights. I look down. That's the one bit that I'm worried about, because we've never done narrowboat sailing yet. Cruising. And sometimes I stand on the locks and look down and think...
But
Because I'm not very good at heights.
I was going to say, you're not very good at heights.
No.
I've actually gone in between on the gates while they've been closed.
So I think me and
gone
Peggy...
to the top and stood there in the middle of them and took photos. So.
Peggy's not bothered, so we would have to cruise.
I hate gardening, Law. That's when
I would be the one that goes in.
To be fair...
And out and up. Yeah. Up.
You would stay on the boat while I go and do the locks, yeah. To be fair, there is now a new thing called no dig allotments, isn't there? Or no dig
You need
plots.
a lot of cardboard.
You need a lot of cardboard, a lot of soil.
Yeah.
But there is a thing there's a no dig growing now.
Gotcha.
But if you had pots, big pots or something, you know, the really big, like terracotta style ones or the plastic ones or whatever you can get your hands on, even a big bucket, you can do things in those. So you can grow potatoes in one. I've seen people grow carrots in wellies, so they've got the length to grow. I've also seen where if you've got the big pots, you can do things that you can take bits off and later carry on growing. So like lettuce, spinach.
You can buy
that type of thing.
Constant pick lettuce.
Yeah.
I think it's called a different name, but it basically
and
translates to constant pick lettuce.
And spinach you can do.
Yeah, so rather than slicing the lettuce,
and there's
you just
also,
pull the
it's
leaves
not
off.
a broccoli or that, is it? There's another one. It might be broccoli or cauliflower. That if you cut, no, it's not cauliflower. It must be broccoli or no sprouts. If you start cutting those off when they're ready, you can leave the rest to start to continue growing. If you spot a few that's ready, you can just carry on. So yeah, they're constant ones. Same as herbs. If you want to use some herbs, you can do that as well.
I'll keep you in the loop as we do it. That'll be on our Facebook. That's why I divide it all up. Facebook would be more the allotment side, and us. Our Insta's more for what we buy and sell retro, and obviously you got the YouTube where you joined us here. It's wonderful.
Dag says that's what I mean by being so resourceful and on so many levels. You have what is called emotional intelligence, the modern IQ test that includes resourcefulness. Oh, thank you. Trev says he hates heights too and just don't look down. Froggy says carrots in wellies. You stinky carrots. It's if you don't use the wellies anymore, it's a good idea for you reusing them. Trev says the only thing I miss from living in a house is my vegetable garden, but I do grow things on my boat. Well, there you go. If you've got any wellies, you can grow carrots.
Yeah, but but hasn't the Oxford got some low bridges?
No, you can keep them down in the
footwell.
main bit. Yeah, or even
What's the front
the
piece
stern
called?
or
I should know this terminology.
what, the bow and the stern.
Bow and stern, isn't it?
Is it still called the bow and stern?
I don't know.
But yeah, you can keep them in one of them. You can also, as I said, pots as well. Do lettuce, cucumber, cabbage. I said cabbage you can also cut to carry on. So yeah, you can do quite a few things, especially in pots nowadays, because there's a lot of what we call the concrete jungles, where you've got a lot of high rises with just little patio areas, and if they grow them in pots, then they can still do bits of fresh veg and fresh fruit and fresh, because you can get the little fruit trees as well. So yeah, there's quite a bit you can do.
Yeah, we're looking forward to doing the allotment this year.
Trev says Dag says wow deck. Wow deck.
Is that front or back?
Don't know.
Depends on the shape of the boat as well, doesn't it? Because some boats have the
got
engine in the middle. Some boats, most boats, I would say, commonly have the engine at
the back.
You have the boat at the back. Have the engine at the back where you stand with the tiller. I know the name of the tiller.
Yeah.
Click, tiller's on. Well, in my case, it'd be plop. Oh,
It's the front. The well deck's the front.
Oh, well deck's the front. Oh, well, that's where you'll be doing your growing.
Do you grow in there?
Put your wellies in there, fill them with soil. And blame
Parsnips
Peggy.
as well. You can do parsnips that way as well.
Oh, in your wellies.
Because then it just gives them the room to grow.
So next time Peggy's looking for her wellies.
Yeah, if my wellies end up there, I'll smack you one.
It
I paid out for
It
those.
was her idea.
Use your wellies if they get a hole in. You know when they start to really wear down.
We've got a ladybird coming. Oh, there it goes.
Where'd that just go?
Behind the blind there. By the window. Bit early for ladybird, isn't it? I didn't think we'd get a
Don't see the
ladybird this
ladybird.
time, yeah.
I don't see it.
Oh well, we'll find it in a bit.
Yeah.
It'll land on you when you're trying to sleep.
Probably. Wow deck is the porch area. Poor crazy's life. I want a common van, but there's none left.
No,
Yeah.
No, there are none left.
Ladybird escaping the seagulls. Yeah.
Yeah. All the bats. We have a lot of bats.
We do have a
around
lot
here.
of bats. It's quite.
We have a lot of
'cause
bats.
We've got a school that's.
I don't really
I've
live
got
at
an
the
old.
school.
I think they do. There's a school with an old part of it, and I reckon they live up in the roof there.
You've been absolutely wonderful this evening.
Trev
So
says,
we're gonna.
I have a cruiser stern with a back deck where I grow my herbs. I have planters on the roof with tomatoes and peppers, and a flower trough with mixed lettuce leaves. I grow bush tomatoes.
Brilliant.
I've done
if you come-
cucumbers and
If you cruise down the
peppers.
Oxford and you're this way at the bottom of the Oxford, let us know. Give us a shout because that's only
it's not far from us.
I think we're probably 18 miles from the bottom of the Oxford.
Yeah, about that.
About 18 miles, I think.
Yeah.
So give us a shout when you're down the bottom of the Oxford. If you're cruising this way, if you're going up
Hello,
north, then
Nick. Nick says it was great to see you guys yesterday. We actually told Connor we saw you yesterday, and he went, "Oh, I wish I'd have known." So I think when you drop off your van, he would like to say hello to you.
yeah, he was a little bit annoyed at me, but I was like, it was a bit of a spare the moment, and we will be seeing you again.
Yeah, no, growing stuff in planters and stuff. So I did cucumbers and peppers. I'm not a great lover of tomatoes, so I don't grow tomatoes.
She likes broad beans,
I
but I,
do
told
like-
her we couldn't
I
do
love
broad beans
broad
this year because
beans.
I haven't dug enough patches.
And fresh peas out of the pod. They're quite nice. Trev says I was there last September,
Oh,
so he's heading up.
I think there's another YouTuber heading up the Oxford. Johnny London. What's his channel called?
Oh, is that the one you've been watching?
Yeah,
As
what's
I
Johnny London called? You chat to Peggy a minute. Let me find Johnny London's channel. I'm sure he's travelling out to Oxford. You could look out for him.
Yeah, didn't he arrive somewhere last time we watched it? He arrived at one of the towns.
Yeah. Oh look,
Apparently we're online.
them dodgy retro renovations alive. Right.
So yeah, what's that?
Cruising Alba. They're going down to
Cruise-
Kennet Haven.
Oh, they've gone over the aqueduct.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
If you're into the walking, I'm just going to do my
Yeah.
YouTube in a minute.
If you're doing to the walk-in,
The
you've got
Cool Dudes Walking Club. That's really funny.
That's really, really good. And we're actually members of that now. So I got my little badge on my backpack.
Also, he was on here earlier.
That's the
That's Wiltshire Man.
that's Sandy, Wiltshire
Sandy. He's that's a cracking channel. So I'm just showing you some viewing on here.
Man. Now you know what we watch. Obviously, we
yeah.
watch things like Foxes Afloat, Narrowboat Experience.
The Bearded Explorer.
He's good. He goes to a lot of abandoned places or and abandoned vehicles. My pizza's repeating on me a bit.
But the,
Actually, it's more the garlic, other than the garlic bread.
all the other ones I watch, which I'm not going to bore you with, and the one person I'm looking for, Johnny
Why don't you
London.
type him in?
Because I can't. That's what I was looking on here for. What his channel's called. I know his name's Johnny London, but his channel's not Johnny London.
Okay. Okay.
It's not going to come up now, is it? You
It's not
carry
going to
on.
come up, is
You
it?
carry on now.
Oh,
yeah. There you
there's
go.
one.
There's one that looks familiar.
Hello, Lindsay.
She was there a minute ago. If I go
Yeah.
back down.
No, there you go. Lindsay. Desmond
Does that look- that
Donders and
person look
Lindsay.
familiar? Desmond Donders. That's,
Lindsay.
God, I can't believe that channel's not coming up.
That means they haven't put out a video, doesn't it?
I thought he did one every week, but
Well, perhaps he has, but he hasn't come up on there. So yeah,
Paul and Rebecca, that's their name. Couldn't remember it again the other day.
that's because they changed their name, didn't
I
they?
know, I remember the White Wicks, I don't remember.
The actual names. Yeah. So yeah, we watch quite a bit of YouTube.
Why
and a lot
watch
of
anything
channels.
else, eh?
We do watch some of the streaming services as well. So we've got Netflix, Amazon, and Disney Plus.
I'll have to go to my
And
subscriptions.
Disney Plus, we've been watching the Marvel films actually in timeline order, not when they came out, but actually in the timeline in their Marvel universe, how they're meant to go. And some of those make so much sense now after watching them in timeline order. And we have watched WandaVision, so that
was pretty good.
That was pretty good with WandaVision, and I think they're actually going to make a second series, which is quite good as well. So what have you guys been watching? Anything on the streaming services? Let us know.
Well, his channel's not called The Narrowboat anything.
Oh, hello, Ford Doctor. Look in your most watched, or your last watched. Ford Doctor, hello. Froggy, I've been stuck in Netflix watching that.
Project Narrowboat. He just tells it as it is. He's just on his own. He cruises on his own. His name is Johnny London. And it's just a light-hearted channel. And I just think it's funny. But he's going up I'm pretty sure he's going up the Oxford. So check it out. Project Narrowboat.
That was Ford Doctor. So hello, Ford Doctor says, look in your most watched. Well, your last watched.
Oh, yeah.
Froggy
that would have been easier for me, wouldn't it?
Froggy says, I've been stuck in Netflix watching that Designated Survivor series. Don't know, I haven't watched it. I'm going to have to set up a bit because I'm starting to slow down. I haven't actually watched that.
What's that about? Don't know.
No.
So, like I say, it's been absolutely wonderful having all you guys here. We're going to give it 5 more minutes. And then we've got to pack up and get stuff ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
5 a.m. start. So, yeah, because we don't normally do, well, we do some Sunday nights, but normally it's been a Saturday night, isn't it? But you guys have been amazing. The questions coming through, the conversation coming through, absolutely wonderful. You guys have been brilliant tonight.
Trev says, Paul and Rebecca Whitewick will be on my channel this year going through Hardcastle Tunnel as long as we can do it. Oh, excellent.
Well, they were one of the ones I just sort of briefly mentioned because they were called the Whitewicks, which in my head stuck. And I mean, no offence to them, but then they changed their channel to Paul and Rebecca. And I'm like, a week down the line when I think, oh, I might watch that couple. The Whitewicks. No, what they called? Doesn't come up. That's the trouble with using your first names. Because then you use something which is much more common, isn't it? So like Chloe and Peggy. If we called ourselves Chloe and Peggy, there's probably quite a lot of Chloes and Peggys, rather than.
There's not many Peggy Sues.
No, I know, but there's a lot of Pauls, isn't it? I mean, everyone. Yeah. How many people know Paul? So
it's the same as like everybody knows a Dave.
Yeah. So I just think they had it better when they were the Whitewicks because it was more memorable, and I have said that too. But.
Right. Dag BBC says, good stream, guys. Thank you for joining us. Trev says, Project Narrowboat, I think, is on the Coventry Canal.
Oh, is he on the Coventry? Oh, he's going up that way. Oh.
Paul says, it's been great, thanks to you all. Great fun. I like the fact you use bean, as in the runner bean. Because we were talking about veggies.
It's bean.
Yeah, it has been fun. So
I love
thank
runner
you.
beans.
I don't mind runner beans. I really like broad beans. Cannelloni beans.
Don't like broad
kidney beans.
I like growing broad beans, but I don't like eating them.
Trev says, click the bell on all notifications and they will pop up every time they upload. We have done that, but we've got you should see our list of people we subscribe to and click on all that bell.
I think I'm subscribed to about 200 channels.
So we get quite a few notifications.
So I had to turn a lot of the bells off because I was trying to work and my phone would go bing, 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 and you're like, oh. I just dip in and out. I know it's wrong, but I just dip in and out. There's some channels I watch all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm quite happy to say, you know, Wiltshire Man, I watch everything he does. The Narrowboat Project, I watch everything they do.
Experience.
Yeah, and Narrowboat Experience, I watch everything they do.
Foxes Afloat.
Foxes Afloat.
And Cruising Alba.
Cruising Alba. I watch dinner. There's certain ones, but you only get so much time a week, don't you?
And there's another channel called Bart Zeal, and I watch all of his.
Yeah.
But his is music. But I think most of the ones we watch we're also we've got a few of them. We're also their patrons as well, so that's quite good as well.
Not like Maximus Iron Thumper. Yeah. And he's one of you said about being resourceful.
Jenny says I have 99 channels.
Wow.
Dag says Robbie Cummings. That's Cruising the Cut, isn't it?
Robbie Cummings is. No, he's just called Robbie Cummings now. I think.
Oh, is he?
Cruising the Cut is that.
That's that David Sabbath. Yeah.
David chap. Yeah.
Robbie
Cummings is just Robbie Cummings now. He's the young lad.
Yes. Yeah.
He talked about that pub the other day, didn't he?
He does the pub of the.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah.
He went into the pub, didn't he?
Yeah. Trev says I am too, but I do not have the phone set, just my laptop.
To what?
What you were talking about?
I've lost my thread.
You always lose your thread.
I do. I've lost my thread. Oh dear.
Yeah. What's the time now we've done?
Yeah.
Ooh, we've hit 2 hours.
I'm going to have a drink to you lot. You've run out. Thank you, everybody. That's Fanta, by the way. It's not anything.
Fanta.
It's not anything rude.
Pub of the week, yes, the pub of the week.
Pub of the week.
Yeah. Notifications he's on about.
Thank you, guys.
He's on about the notifications.
Yeah.
He was on about notifications with the bow, saying I am too, but I do not have the phone set. Just the laptop.
It's probably easier on your laptop
Cheers.
because then it just comes up in.
Dag says cheers.
Just comes up in the corner like 79 ping notifications, but when you got it on your phone,
it pings up and it
and
comes up.
I need my phone for work as well, and it just keeps going ding ding ding. So yeah, but I mean we do everything on the phone. We'll do slightly more on the laptop when Peggy starts working from home. Be easy to do some things on the laptop, but generally my phone has been my TV, my laptop, my computer, my YouTube, everything. It's been the whole lot. I would be so lost without that phone.
Trev says cheers and good night, and Jenny says I bet you haven't seen my channel.
Yeah, I do believe we have. It rings a bell. I'm sure we've watched it, yeah.
I don't know.
It's on there.
Just go and have a look. Just go and have a look at us.
Sure we have. Just going to have a look, people.
So if you go back to our subscribe list.
This is my subscribe list.
That's our subscribe list.
Oh, we've vanished then.
Because it's been 2 hours. Paul says I'm sleepy time. I'm sleepy time for bed. Night night all. Good night. Jenny says my electronic
it just keeps
music.
Going.
My electronic music.
I'm sure it's in there.
It does keep going. We have got quite a few on our channel.
Not that I can do my alphabet.
Did you not subscribe to it when you last watched it?
It might be under mine.
Actually your one and not under ours.
Yeah.
Because we got Retro Renovations, which we both share, and then we've got our own YouTube bits as well.
I might have seen it under mine.
Because I've got a lot on mine at the moment that I've saved to my personal YouTube one is a lot to do with junk journals.
Because my phone's logged in as Retro Renovations at the minute.
Send us a link.
Yeah, my phone's logged in as Retro Renovations at the minute. I think it's under my own one.
My eyesight is not good enough to watch the phone. Aww.
To be fair, I think it really depends what you're watching. Because some things I can watch on the phone and you're going to focus on it fine. And then there's other things with a bit more going on, a bit more colours and action and movement, and you just need something slightly bigger, like this iPad that we're using at the moment.
So we watch our films on the iPad.
What size is that? 12 inch?
No.
Well, the TV's 14.
That's probably a 10 inch.
Might be 10 inch. Yeah. It's certainly a lot bigger than the phone anyway.
My phone is 7 inch. From there to there. Because it's a full screen.
Well, that's going to be 12 then.
No, it's going to be about 10.
Well, this debate is not going to do you lot any good.
Yeah. So we will
get
say...
a tape measure out.
So we will say good night. And we will see you again on the next one. And remember, stay safe.
Stay retro, people.
See you
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Gotta turn you off now.
Night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.